This video is about my journey in discovering real, authentic men's work and discovering how much it transformed my life. And by the end of the video, I'll have given you just about everything I've learned from this experience so you can actually have all the information that you need to make a decision for yourself, see if this is right for you.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
So, the impression I used to have is that men's work meant a bunch of guys in a back room somewhere underneath halogen light bulbs, sitting in fold out metal chairs, drinking coffee, and one at a time telling everyone what's that one big problem that they're dealing with. And I'm happy to say that is not at all what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk to you about the good stuff, the kind of transformative men's work that you can literally see yourself transform over a period of time, become the person you really want to be, become the kind of person who knows who you really are, what you really want, and have some idea on how to get it. These are all things that I want to give to you through this very quick video. So we're going to talk about what real men's work is, give you some information on just like an idea of what to expect and what to look out for. So if you're looking for this for yourself, some things will make sense. So what is men's work? Men's work is where a group of men with an agreement and some sort of an organizational structure get together with a very deliberate and intentional process. And the goal is for every man to have a place to be exactly who they are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and do a lot of self discovery, and to do it with the support of other men, and to basically create a brotherhood. And with me, we call ours a circle, our circle of men, and we also refer to it as like a container of safety, of reliability, of earned trust and respect, and a place I can look forward to, that I can count on, that I know that if I got something pressing, if I've got a feeling, if I've got ideas, whatever the case is, whatever I'm going through, I can take it with me there, and with a process and with a trusted space where I feel safe, I can do something about it. And even better, it's reciprocal. I can be a part of that group and do that for other men. We hold each other accountable. We help each other grow. We help each other be honest. We help each other deal with our shit. And we also really just hold each other accountable to the point where if you're trying to pull wool over each other's eyes, we're just not going to have it. And you have a choice to decide if you're going to continue to do that or take a chance to grow, or just maybe it isn't for you right now. So that I hope helps give you a foundation. The second part of this, men's work is transformational. There is so much that was going on in my life right before I found the circle that I'm a part of, before I'm a part of the organization that I joined and really got digging in on this. This was around the beginning of 2015. I was just divorced. My nervous system was a wreck, and I was looking at a future that's going to be very different from the previous 18 years of a different situation. And I knew I needed to change. I knew I had to deal with some things, and I knew I had to grow. I knew I had to look at the man in the mirror and face what was true, but I just didn't know where to begin or how to do that. Thankfully, I had a very dear, loving friend who kindly invited me. Hey, this is working for me. Maybe it'll work for you. You know, one size doesn't fit all, but this is a pretty big size and it fits a lot of people. So I went, and what I began to see, you know what it's like when people are faking, and you know what it's like when people are real? Um, Honesty and integrity and transformational vulnerability, it leaves clues. There's certain things that men can and cannot say if they're not being honest. In my first meeting, I watched two men confront each other over some integrity issues, but they did it with full emotion, full ownership of their feelings, but they also did it with resolve and respect. And I didn't know two men could even talk to each other that way at that level. And, you know, I'm leaving out a lot of details, but I saw two men that the only way they could have done that is if something really transformed who they were. Now, if the idea of getting into this kind of work interests you, you should be able to see clues of transformation in the lives of the men that you're about to try to grow some trust and connection with. And so transformation is the whole point. When I dealt with my life up to the point of the divorce and being a dad and a business owner, I mean, I largely, even though I had a large group of friends and I had other people that I could lean on, I really felt like I had to do all this on my own. Transformation came where I was able to be honest, vulnerable, and real with what I felt. All of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I could be really happy and really depressed. All of it was welcome, and it was all handled with love and respect and kindness and empathy. And that was the biggest thing that made such a difference, that transformation. The third part of this is where I was leading to her in the beginning, and I want to stress this part. If you go to a men's group, if you find any kind of a group where men are getting together to do this kind of work, there needs to be organization, agreements, and protocols in place. Because when you're dealing with feelings, especially like if you're like me, I grew up in a world that was not very, very clear and decisive over what it expected from a man. I was born in 1970, so for me, the messages I got on what manhood was very mixed. It's still very mixed for a lot of poor kids out there right now growing up. A man should hold his feelings to himself. He should share his feelings. He should be tough. He should be vulnerable. You know, women want men that are much more sensitive. Men need to be stronger because sensitive men are like a turnoff. I don't know what any of it was, but when all these things are being dealt with and men are in a circle dealing with their feelings for the first time, maybe sometimes the first time ever, asking themselves, why do I feel like this? When those things happen, you need a structure to handle it. You don't want to just be going off the cuff and just go, I wonder what we could do about this. One of the biggest things that makes men's work successful is if there's good leadership, a good group of men that are really core and solid, and they have a plan. If there's something you're interested in doing, make sure it has a plan. Things come up and they need safety. There should be a track record of people that have gone and participated in whatever you're doing, and you should start to see a difference in their life. There's there's a big difference between just sitting down and saying, "Here's my problem for the week," and everyone agrees and go, "Yeah, that's a problem," and then you leave, and then you come back and it's kind of the same problem. Maybe it feels good to be able to at least, speak to what's going on in your life, but there has to be some evidence that it works. There has to be some evidence and it's gonna take you from point A to point B, and that men's work is about allowing you to be on the journey that's right for you. Now, like I said earlier, one size doesn't fit all. You're a unique man. You're a unique human being. Your story, your upbringing, your experiences have all got you to where you are today. And a good, healthy men's group is going to honor that, respect it, and have a place for it and hold space for that unique you because your transformation is to help you be the very best version of you can be. Now, think of it this way. How would it feel if you could look in the mirror? You could look in the mirror and go, I know that man. I know what makes him tick. And I love that guy. He's powerful. He's focused. He's determined. He's got what it takes and he knows how to ask for help. He knows how to express what he's feeling. He's in touch. He's grounded. He's present. He's right here and he's doing the work. Wouldn't it feel amazing to be able to say that? You may get flutters of that here and there, but I can tell you, when you do real serious work, when you've dedicated yourself to really giving yourself the best because you fucking deserve it, the transformation is amazing. How would that feel? And then think about the impact on the people you love. You got a family? You got relationships? Do you have people that count on you? Do you have a business? Are you an employee? Whatever the case is, wherever you're at in your life, the impact of a man who can look in the mirror and say those things on the world around him, this is what we need. Our world needs men that are healed, that are powerful, that are confident, and genuinely feeling a sense of balance and clarity, and knowing who they are and what they're going to do and what they want to do, and having a purpose and a passion. All of those things can happen if you find the right men's group. Now, this is also a process. As I wrap this up, I want to share with you there's no there's no deadline on this. Every one of us is on our own unique journey and everything has its own timeline. It may take you a long time. It may take you a few tries. You may not find the perfect group right to begin with, but I can tell you it's worth it. When I asked you how would it feel to look in the mirror and feel those things, think about that. If you find a group and it doesn't fit, keep going, keep working at it. You deserve it. You matter. The world needs you. The world needed me. And I have been making a difference in the world that I live in. And I feel like I'm happier, healthier, and more alive. and more about my purpose than I think I've ever felt in my life. And I want that for you. If this kind of conversation is interesting to you, Andrea and I have a lot of conversations like this. I want to invite you in the comments below. I have a link to our basically a library that we're giving to you for free, something we've created from the experiences of our own life. We want you to have it, get to know us, get to know yourself. These are all things that you can download and start using today. And it's yours, it's free, it's from us. We hope it makes a big difference in your life. Otherwise, see us in the next video. Drop a comment, get to know us, share what you've discovered. Anything rings a bell, we'd love to hear it and engage with you.
Ah! Oh! Oh!